Welcome. I am Pizza Rashid and thanks for watching. In today's video, I am going to be showing you how to set up Genymotion Android emulator on a Windows 10 machine. Free for personal use and pretty much what we need to get started. Please pause the video and read. Important points to note here. These are the basic system requirements to work with the emulator. To get started, you have to head over to Genymotion website. Open your browser and go to www.genymotion.com. In order to download the emulator, you need to create a free account on their website. Let's create an account first. Click Sign In button. Hit this button. Fill the fields with your personal information. Accept the license and click this button at the bottom to create a new account. You will receive confirmation email with activation link. Click that link to verify the account. Once account is verified, let's log in. Enter username, password, and click Sign In. From here, go to Resources, Fun Zone. Click this to download the emulator for personal use. At the download page, you have two installers to choose from. A ready-to-run installer with VirtualBox or one without VirtualBox. It's better to download version that comes with VirtualBox. Otherwise, you need to download and install VirtualBox separately from this URL. This is the download link. And once VM installed, then you need to install this without VirtualBox. Go ahead and download with VirtualBox. This will take few minutes to download depending on the internet speed. Once download is complete, double-click the setup file to start the installation. Just accept the defaults and complete the installation. It's pretty straightforward. This step will install and configure VirtualBox. Once you have installed the emulator, you can see the icon here. Clicking this will bring up Genymotion main screen to install and run wide range of virtual devices. You need to configure before downloading any virtual device. Click Settings. A new window will pop up with tabs. Let's quickly go through it. Account. Here you need Genymotion account to sign in. This is the same account used on their website to download the emulator. Enter username, password, click Sign In. Once logged in, you can see username is displayed here. Network. This is not important right now. VirtualBox. You can define the storage location of Genymotion virtual devices here. This is the default location. Click Browse and select a folder if you want to change the location. ADB. By default, Genymotion uses its own Android tools. I already got Android SDK on this machine, so I'm going to use that. Select this radio button. Click Browse and select the root path of the SDK. You will see success message if correct path is selected. Miscellaneous. Uncheck or check to allow Genymotion to collect usage statistics. Set the storage path of your screenshots here. Browse and select the folder. To remove the temporary files, hit this. Let's look at how to prepare the device and launch the emulator. To add a device, click Add button. This will list all the available devices. You can filter the list by version, or model. Choose a device that you would like to test on. Let's add Google Nexus 5 Android 6 API 23. Click Next. Next. Downloading virtual device. This may take a while depending on the internet connection. Hit Finish. Once the download is complete, device will appear in the main window. Selecting the device will display few options. To delete the device, reset, clone, configure. Set the number of processors used by the virtual device here. Recommended value is 1. This is the memory space allocated to the virtual device. Recommended is this. If you see this error, then try this solution. To launch the emulator, select the device and press the Start button. On the right side of the emulator, you will find a toolbar with a lot of features. These are the navigation buttons. You can navigate between the applications or display more actions. Back to previous page. Display recently used apps. Display actions. Go to home page. Shut down the virtual device. Rotate the emulator by clicking this. These are used to increase or decrease the volume. Test different battery levels here. Enable or disable the battery simulation by clicking here. Moving the slider down, battery getting depleted. Now battery is full. If I change the state of the battery, you can see the bolt icon changing with it. Enable or disable GPS simulation mode by clicking this. Use this to test geolocation functionality if your app supports it. Click this to activate the camera. Very helpful widget to build app that uses camera. You can set front and back camera for the device by selecting one of the options here. This will be the input for front camera that you can capture and use it. You can use a computer webcam or select a dummy cam. Drag and drop file onto the emulator. Make sure you have Android SDK installed on your machine. Let's drop this APK file onto the running emulator. When I drop the file, it will start the installation. File successfully installed. If drop doesn't work and gives an error, this probably indicates that the emulator is not connected to the ADB. Basically, emulator uses ADB to facilitate file transfer when you drop a file onto the screen. If you remember, I already configured ADB here. This is the app icon I just installed. To check emulator is connected to the ADB server, go to search and type CMD to open a terminal window. Type ADB devices. If IP address is displayed, that means emulator is connected.